Oh, so the whole thing, even with the tower, with the antenna and and the feed line and everything.
I, I'm not sure about that. If it takes us longer than we think, I may not get the antennas on it tomorrow. But if not, then it'll be later on in the week. But I plan by next weekend for that tower to be up and all the antennas on it and working.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Anyway, Mike's going to have his tower up and running, and I don't know why this thing isn't started. It's kind of weird to me because I started it in the software and it's not doing anything.
Well, it's showing and going here.
Oh, that's weird. Well, I'm glad it is because it's not here. That's pretty weird that it's not showing up. I mean, I have the software that shows it's going, but I don't see it on the YouTube thing for the. That's wild. Oh well, I'll live as long as everybody else is getting it. Anybody else not getting it?
You got a gray hat on, right?
Yeah, it says I voted. I voted. That's what it says.
Yeah, I can't see that part because your face part is so small, but you're going.
All right, sounds good. I'm not sure. It's kind of weird that it's not showing me that. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more time with that. It's more important that we just stay on the air and do what we're supposed to be doing here. Huh.
KC4TNQ.
Hey, Charles, you're short on time tonight.
Yep, got to go make some money. So, and I'm still not getting it, but track two would be my favorite. Y'all have a good evening. KC4TNQ.
All right, very good. That's Charles, and he's a little short on time. Doing something for somebody, do it for money. So I assume he's driving a, got to get up early or something. Anyway, that's Charles in West Nashville. Good signal. Who else is a short on time for short on time or first time check in or mobile?
KN4MPV. Been an AWOL again for a few weeks, but fixing to head out with the family to get something to eat there, and just wanted to give you a holler and give you another count there. KN4MPV. Terry Murphy.
Yeah, Terry, good to hear from you. Everything going all right with you and the wife and the family?
Yeah, everything's been doing good so far right now, and hope it stays that way. Hope everybody on the net is doing well also. Michael and Paul there, yourself, and everybody else out there. Hello, and have a great rest of the weekend.
Yeah, very good. That was Terry in Murfreesboro. Kilo November 4, Mike Papa Victor. Who else is well, wait a minute, Michael. Did you we have any updates on Richard? I didn't get a hold of him since last Friday. Did anybody else? Not last Friday. Earlier this week, I should say.
I sent him a text. I guess it's been a couple of days ago now, and asked him if he was still doing good, and he said, "Yep, he's making improvements every day."
Huh. Very good. I'm glad to hear it. Um, Big improvement. Well, good. He said he is home. Did you say? I was kind of distracted there.
No, he didn't say he was home, but he said he was making improvements every day. And I think the last I heard that maybe he'd be going home, maybe you know, first part of the week or something.
Good. Good. Glad to hear it. I'm glad he's getting better. Sounded pretty bad there for a while. Anyway, who else is short on time, mobile, or first time checking? All righty, then we'll start from the south. Please come now.
K4KQ.
Very good. Everything's still going well for you, Tony?
Unless you've heard something.
No, nothing. Nothing. Smyrna's still on the map as far as I know.
Okay, well, we are within the nuclear strike zone for Nashville.
Everything. I'm not sure why that hit Nashville. What would be the reason for the nuclear strike?
It's a capital city.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. I would think they'd be hitting military sites, like the airport and the Smyrna airport.
Yeah, but they got to wipe out all those Roy Acuff records that are archived here.
Well, that's probably true. That's more important than the military site. Anything else for the net?
That's it.
Very good. That's Tony and Smyrna, KF4, KFQ, big signal as always. Who else is Sal?
Kilo Echo 4, Yankee Victor.
Well, I'm copying you a whole lot better here than I did on D-Star there, Larry. But you sound a little scratchy, but a good copy. How many did you have on D-Star? On D-Star. Very good. That's good. That was a little more than normal. Five is we were getting four there for a while. Well, very good. That was Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is South.
WB4BLY, Joe.
Whiskey Bravo 4, Bravo Oscar Yankee. Joe, how are you?
Bravo Lima Yankee, but I'm doing well here in Smyrna.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why. I guess my brain transposed it for some reason. Everything going well for you down there, Joe?
Going great right now.
That's great. Well, you got a good signal.
I hope.
Ah, no, it sounds good. Any other nets you get on? You get complaints, or is it just it's always pretty good?
I've had the antenna up about a month now, so at the high time I had, it should be pretty good.
No, very good. No, it sounds good from Smyrna. Very good. But anything else for the net for us?
Negative.
Very good. That was Whiskey Bravo 4, Bravo Lima Yankee, and that's Joe in Smyrna. Who else is south? Nobody else. So let's move over to the east then. Please come now.
KM4YRF.
All righty. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. KM4Y. How's it? Everything going okay?
Yes, I'm just extremely excited that everything went so well today, and the we spray painted the tower. It had just a little light rust on it. We sanded it, cleaned it, and got it spray painted. Looks like a brand new tower.
Oh yeah, with the, I don't know, did you have any rusty areas on it?
Yeah, it had just a light rust. Uh, nothing major, and no everything was in good shape. Except I got one part of a piece that I don't know if we're going to use or not. But if we do, we'll have to cut it off, and it'll probably wind up in the ground.
In the ground? I thought you already put the ground piece in.
No, we I had it sitting in there, but it wasn't. It's not concreted in yet. We're going to do that tomorrow. We're going to get it in the hole, get it mounted at the top, at the peak of the roof, and then we'll pour concrete.
Cool. Well, very good. I'm glad. I can't wait for that to get started. That's Mike here in Mount Juliet. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Putting in a tower that's gonna, you'll just be killer signal over here 2 miles east of me. You'll be able to hear even more signals I can't hear. Who else is east? Hey, Stan. He's gonna blow you out of the water with his new tower and antenna. You know that, Stan?
I know it, Paul.
You doing okay, Stan?
Yeah, I still have some back problems. Went to the orthopedic doctor the other day, and he wants to do another MRI. See how that goes.
Yeah. Does he recommend any kind of therapy for you?
I was doing some exercises at home, and on Thursday he gave me some methylprednisolone and some Cavalcade to take, and it seems to be helping a little bit. But I think after the MRI, I may try some epidural steroid shots.
Yep, yep. I know of them. I've never had one, but I know of them. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Stan?
Paul, back in that.
All right, very good. That's Stan, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo, and he's just north of downtown Lebanon. Who else is east? Looking for Kevin, but I don't hear him.
Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf.
Hey, how are you doing tonight? I haven't heard. Yeah, you were on the last night. What am I talking about, Kevin? How you doing?
Yeah, I was on the digital net earlier tonight, but I've been missing in action for about a month or so. We traveling and camping and just had a bunch of other stuff going on, and haven't been able to make it on the net.
Oh, very good. Well, how long? Where do you go camping?
We just went out to Centerville. We just got a friend that's got some acreage out there, and we stayed out there, rode 4-wheelers and whatnot.
Oh, wow. So you have to drag out your own water on his acreage?
No, he's got running water there. It was actually set up as a campground at one point in time.
Oh, I got you. Well, that's pretty cool. And it's is a wooded site?
It's open. It's got a lake, but then there's it's about 800 acres or so, and you get back past across the creek,
sounds like a great place.
It's pretty awesome.
Oh man, I wish I had, and it's cheap.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the right price.
I know that's great. I wish I had a location like that myself. Although camping isn't that expensive anyway, you know. It's even some of the sites I looked at around, I don't forget where it was I looked last. It was they were getting I don't know $150 a week or something like that.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, I guess you can go to some of these resorts and just you're paying a lot for the amenities and everything like that there. But if you're just going to a state park or whatever, it's not terrible.
Gotcha. No, it isn't terrible. You're right. Anything else for the net?
Nope, glad to be back. I was going to try to check in on Wednesday night. I was listening in the vehicle as I was on the way back, but I was I guess between Bowling Green and the state line, and I was kind of listening to, on the radio and the YouTube there, and wasn't ever be able to make it in.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be tough mobile from up around the state line. That'd be tough.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the limited antenna I've got on that vehicle.
I'm with you. Yeah, no, it's always tough, and it's especially up the, that's like that one's. I think it's about 35 to 40 miles north of me.
Yeah, yeah. So I've get come through there when they're doing the Bowling Green. I haven't been able to check in on that one.
Yeah. Well, very good. Nothing else.
That's it. Have a good night.
Very good. That's Kevin here in Mount Juliet, well, in Gladeville. KI4ZDG. Good signal, of course. Who else is east? Over to the north.
84, Juliet.
All righty. Mr. Danny, everything going all right in your woods?
Oh yeah, I've been radioing all day. Mostly tower work. Working on the base still.
Oh, getting it all back together.
Yeah, took the forms off we poured concrete yesterday.
Oh, awesome. You got to come over and help Michael. He's getting ready for that.
I know it. I'm exhausted. We went over Richard's house and helped put up a four element beam over there and come home, worked on mine.
Yeah, I about beat myself to death with Robin a couple of years ago. We poured concrete for 3 towers, and we had to, we were not hand mixing, but we had a portable electric mixer and mixing up all this stuff. And what a pain in the butt that was.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. No, they poured my footers Friday, so when they got done with that, they just poured my tower base.
Oh, and the footers are for what?
We're adding on to the house.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, it's good time to do it then.
Yeah, so he actually dug the hole for me, and I had to form it up, but and then the concrete had left over, he filled my tower up.
Oh, wow. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Danny? Sounds like you're doing great.
That's it. Just exhausted, just sitting here.
Oh, yeah. No. Hard work is always exhausting. I don't care how good a shape you're in.
I know it. I'll sleep good tonight.
Yeah, well, that's great. All right, that was Danny. He's in Station Camp, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. That's near Cottontown. Who else is north? Nobody else north. Hey, did you ever hear if Carlin got out of the hospital?
Yeah, he was on the radio last night.
Oh, very good. So he's doing fairly okay, I guess.
Yeah, he should be here unless he's laid up sleeping somewhere.
Well, he might do that. He always tells me he wakes up in the middle of the nets. So we'll see. Very good. That was Danny, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November, and he's again up in Station Camp. Who else is north?
The Carlin Angels down by Sage.
Oh, there you go. Hold on there, Mark. We had Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. How you doing, Carl?
I'm doing better than I was Wednesday.
Did you get everything cleared up?
Well, the doctor said he was going to try to take out that kidney stone. And he said if he couldn't, he'd put a stent in. So I said here was a stent in. So, and they kept me in there until about 11 o'clock Friday. And I got out then and come on home. And I'm supposed to go see my doctor next week. And then for
follow up at urologist associates, and then the following week after next, I go back to urologist associates down on Charlotte. And they take the stent out and take a laser and blast that stone out. I've been fighting this thing since July when I went in the hospital in July, and I've been drinking all kinds of water and lemon water and everything. And the doctor that came into the emergency room, he said, "Well, you were right about the kidney stone," and he said what size it was. And he had the records from the Galveston Hospital. And I told him what I've been doing. He said, "Well, you've been doing everything right to pass it." And he said, "You're just not going to pass it. I'm going to get you scheduled up so we can see if we can get that thing out of you." He said, "Some people can pass them, and some people can't." That we've had people come in with even smaller ones than what you got, and they couldn't pass it. This one's 5.1 millimeters, so I don't know. It's just being stubborn. It's in the tube right out of the kidney before it gets down to the bladder, and it's up on the kidney end. And it's been stinging and stuff, and my kidney on my right side been hurting me, or kind of not bad, nothing to take a pill or anything over, but it's been kind of a sore a little bit. They said my kidney was swelled up some, so anyway, I didn't have no infection or anything. Uh, Sunday of last week, uh, I went to the bathroom, and when I urinated, it was completely brown, dark brown to almost black, and that's just about like I'd never seen that before. And I started drinking a whole lot of water and stuff, and by I guess Monday, everything was back as far as the color was supposed to be right. And Tuesday I was okay, and Tuesday night I didn't start feeling too well, and I decided not to eat supper. And then about Wednesday morning, 5 o'clock, I woke up, and 10 minutes after 5, that's when I started throwing up. So, and that went on about every 20 to 30 minutes. Uh, so, and that's when I finally just said, "Well, okay, call the ambulance and unpack me down yonder." So that's what happened. Well, the rest of the story from that point on, you just heard four. So anyway, I'm doing okay. Matter of fact, I had just walked back in. I went to Gallatin and got me a Baconator down there, and vanilla frosty and fries, and just got back here at the house at about 7 after 8. So I missed the fusion thing. Didn't think I'd make it back, but I had also picked up some few things at Kroger's down there. Some fish oil and some eye vitamins. So I picked them up and then come on back. And I seen what time it was. I thought, well, I ain't gonna make the fusion net, but I can always check in as a frolicker or whatever you want to call it at the end. I think I can make that part of it. So anyway, doing okay. I've got just a little slight, I don't know what you call it, irritation. Nothing to take no pain pills, even though they prescribe pain pills and some, what was it, some pills for infection that I'm taking. I'm just taking the infection pills because the little discomfort I'm feeling, I'm just not going to take no pain pills. I can deal with that no problem. So anyway, let me shut up about me. Say hello to everybody out there. Hope everybody's having a nice night tonight. Noticed it was awful cool out there when I went down. Turned the old heat on in the truck going down. Coming back had it on. So it kind of cooled down today pretty good for this evening and tonight. So anyway, but again, hope everybody's having a good time on the net. Maybe you can get some more check-ins here after I hush up. So I'll do so and turn it back over to you, Paul. KD4VUW, turning it back over to net control.
Yeah, very good. That was Carlin. Well, I'm glad you're getting better. It's that kind of stuff is not fun. I've never had a kidney stone or a bladder stone, but I've known people who have, and they're really painful. Anyway, I'm glad you're getting better. That was Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor, Uniform Whiskey. Mark, still there?
Yep,
But don't sound so darn excited.
Probably the oldest one on here, and I don't have anything wrong with
Oh, see, we know better. There's some issues that we can't discuss on the air dealing with mental health.
it. Yeah, well, that's true. I do have those issues, but we can't talk about those. Anyway, I've been watching football again all day. Seems to be my strategy in the fall.
Yeah, it's all college ball, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my wife hates football. Hates it. She's always hated it.
Well, it's okay. Not for everybody, and there's no rule that says you have to watch it. Anyway, after Carlin's description, I I thought I was on 80 English for a minute.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do a healthcare net one of these days. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, Oscar. And he's in Northwest Wilson. Who else is north?
Just kidding, Carlin. Okay, your audio's awful low for some reason. I don't know why, but thank you. And I understand. I can take a poke every once in a while.
Yeah, your audio is low. I didn't tell you. That's one of your healthcare problems. Your audio is low.
I cranked it up. Is that better?
Yeah, it sounds much better. I mean, I could copy it just fine. It was just lower than it normally is.
All right. I'll leave you alone.
Very good. You're holding back on the criticism of me now. Who else is north? Please come down.
Any forward,
Hey, man, you sounding good tonight there. How you doing, Steve?
wonderful. How are you, Paul?
Doing good. Is the Nets going all right?
My Friday night kind of goes by. I had like three.
Well, I think Fridays are a tough night for any Nets because people have other activities at the end of their work week and they're out with their wife and family or drinking or doing something.
Yeah, that's what I think. I just dropped that one up.
I mean, we vary on the Wednesday nights. Even weeknights are tough sometimes. I know the Wednesday nights we normally it's not uncommon for us to get as low as 12 or 14.
Yeah, I've been averaging tonight, so I'm doing pretty.
Well, you know how I look at it. Whoever shows up, it's all good.
All the important people are in
That's right. It doesn't. It's all good though. I appreciate you checking in though, Steve.
All right. You have a good night. Any forward,
Very good. That's Steve. He's north of Bowling Green, 65 miles north of me, and I think he still has that 5-element beam pointed straight down towards, more or less towards me. He's almost due north of me. And again, Steve, north of Bowling Green, Kilo 4 Whiskey, Kilo uniform. Who else is the north or west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor.
Very good. That's Jack. He's in Donaldson. What's up?
Yeah, it was good to see everybody at the breakfast this morning.
Oh, yeah, had a good time.
Man, that food looks so good.
Oh, well, yeah. What do you normally eat for breakfast?
Well, I normally don't eat breakfast, but when I when I come home, it makes me want to cook.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, I do the opposite. I usually have a bowl of cereal at breakfast, and then at lunch I don't eat anything.
I usually just drink coffee and then have lunch, you know. But anyway, it was good to see the ones that were there, and thanks for doing that, Paul.
Yeah, very good. We probably need to have special speakers and special guests. That'll get more people there. I don't know who we'd get,
I was thinking of a band.
but I don't, I don't know. We might have to do that part in the parking lot.
Okay, thanks for doing that. KG4 LV back to net.
Yeah, that's Jack. He's in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
K4 Clinton Madison.
All right, hold on. We had two in there, and I'm guessing the other one was probably Joel. But how you doing there? K4ANM Clint.
Doing good, Paul. I should have checked in short on time, but here I am. Anyway, it was good seeing everybody at the breakfast this morning, and I did find that file we were talking about and downloaded it.
Oh, very good. Yeah, just a reminder. I don't. I probably haven't said it. If I said anything recently, I didn't have not. In the files section of the site on groups.io. There are several files that would be pertinent to people looking for information on antennas, and one of them is I've got the I think it's called Basic Antennas. I have to look again. But anyway, it's a basic antenna book, a pretty thick one. It covers all antennas for VHF, UHF, and all the low bands, all kinds of simple practical antennas. That's what it's called. Practical. That one's in there. I also have another book there in PDF format. It's the U.S. Marines official field guide to antennas, and so that's another nice resource. And I also even have, I think it's still there. I've got to go look. But it also is a book on knots, and knots are kind of important if you're trying to secure towers and antennas, and that's why I put a couple of the knot books that I've had in my archive for 50 years or so. So anyway, all those things are in the file section of the groups.io site, and all you have to do is be a member of that. In other words, you have to be logged into the site in order to access those files. But if you can't, just let me know and I'll send you a copy. Everything else good, Clint?
Yeah, it's going real good, but I do have to take off, so I'll turn it back over to Ned. And thanks for putting it on.
Very good. That's Clint. He is in Madison, Kilo 4 Alpha November Mike, with a good signal. Who else is north or west?
KO4 OTV.
Hello, Joel. Everything well with you today?
Oh, not too bad. I just coming in a little late today. We had a little issue with the groomer this afternoon. Her husband apparently threw his back out and early on in the day, so that put the dog way behind. So I didn't get back till late. But other than that, man, pretty good.
Which dog is that you had to have groomed?
That big old bloodhound.
You have to groom them?
Oh yeah, man, they're riddled with problems. If you don't do this type of stuff with them, they get the real stinky, and their ears get bad, their eyes get bad. They're just full of problems. And it's kind of like an English bulldog in a sense.
Oh, I see. When I think of grooming, I just think of getting haircuts, you know?
Oh no, you don't have to do that, but you can brush your hand right down her back and pretty much make a sofa cushion with it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I got to get this one. This crazy dog here. He looks like a rocker. He's got his hair just grows so much on his head and his face. It looks like his head blew up.
Yeah, I've seen those before. That's pretty cool, though. We've got another one. He's a escape artist. And, every time I go to Tractor Supply now, because the last time I went last month, he's got a harness. But as soon as we got back there, all the way at the very back to the wash area, he backs out of this thing and he bolts. And I'm trying to catch him and run at the same time with all this crap in my hands. And he gets all the way out. There's an automatic door opens up, and here comes a little kid and his dad walking in. I almost took them both out trying to catch this dog. It was kind of comical, but not for me. It was pretty rough. Luckily, another guy out in the parking lot that kind of called his name too because he heard me screaming, and he went right to him and laid on his back and started pissing in the air.
Sounds like a good stage act.
Oh my God, it was something else. But I tell you, I was so out of breath. I haven't had to run like that in a long time. It's very difficult for me to run because of my leg and my foot, all the stuff I have wrong with me. So yeah, I was wore out to say the least. But I got him back in there. So this time I had to walk down some aisles and act like we weren't going back there. So he was good until we got back there, and he tried doing it again, but I snatched him up before he could do it.
No, I had a rat terrier. It was a full size rat terrier. I mean, he was at the shoulders. He was probably 16 inches tall, and he was, man, could that dog run? And he would initially in the initial stages when he became mature, kind of mature, he'd take off running. And I just wait. I'm not going to chase him down. I'm not going to try because could he run? And then my middle son was over at the house, and he says, "I'll catch him." And I go, "Don't, please don't. You're going to kill him." Nah, he couldn't catch him either. And he was only like 16 or 17. He couldn't catch him. I mean, those fast dogs, man, there's no way.
No, that's how he is. The only thing that saved me was his nails were a little long and they had that slick floor there, so it was a little bit like ice for him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dogs are I love them, but boy, are they a pain in the neck sometimes.
Oh yeah, this one's a drama king too. He's rotten as they come, but he's a good dog. He's a rescue. We got him back in 2020. It's kind of a crazy situation there, but we've had him since then, and he got abused a little bit. You can tell. You know, now he's kind of gotten used to being pampered, and he takes advantage sometimes.
Oh yeah, well, all of ours are rescues, and some of them are just they get hunkered down, and you couldn't pry him off of our house, you know. But still got this one. He's never run off, and we've never allowed him to run off. But even 4 years in, he's still edgy about somebody. Even you touch him when he's not paying attention, he like jumps a mile. If you walking towards him, and like if he's eating, he'll back off and just back way out of your reach. He's just a weird dog.
Yep, that's the same thing. He's the same way. You can't. I mean, you can't even approach him too fast, and he'll do that. You know, he'll act like he's getting attacked. You know, he's guilty like that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Of course, I got others. I can't get rid of them.
No, no, no. I'm with you the same way. My bloodhound, she's probably the best dog I've ever owned. She's as good as gold. She doesn't even bark half the time. You can't get her to bark. I've only heard her bark maybe 3 or 4 times the last 8 years. So she's been great, and she minds, and she doesn't do a whole lot besides eat and sleep. So she's not that bad. She's a whole lot easier to deal with for sure.
Yeah. Anything else for the net, Joel?
No, that's me. That's it for me. I'll see y'all on the next one. KO4 OTV. Back to net.
Very good. That's Joel. He's over there west of Ashland City. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Real big signal here. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Hey, very good. How you doing there, Greg? Everything all right?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I had a Feist or a Rat Terrier or a Parson Russell Terrier, whatever you want to call him, and he was hell on wheels. You just couldn't keep him in the yard. He could dig a tunnel under the foundation of the house and be out on the other side of the house in seconds.
I believe it. So no, even those wire-haired terriers or the fox terriers or those Russell terriers, they're even faster and quicker and more activity than a rat terrier.
Yeah, they're meant to hunt and be on the go.
Well, the rat terriers are cool. The rat terriers themselves, I think that all those types of terriers we just talked about are family-oriented dogs, even though they're a hunting breed. But the rat terriers are real, man. They're loyal as all get out about a family.
Yeah, and they're all those are pretty smart. All those variations.
Yeah, well, my wife, I think I've told that story before. We talk about it. She says, "Oh, these dogs are really smart." I go, "If they were smart, they wouldn't eat other dogs' poop." Okay,
It's little Snickers bars.
telling you, man. Then we catch them going into the cat boxes. That's even more disgusting.
Well, it's a cat box, and that's not more disgusting than dog food.
The trouble is, then they're eating litter with it.
Yeah, and you can tell where they they'll leave little litter piles.
It's just dogs are awful. I mean, in that respect, they're awful because they'll do it and then they'll get sick sometimes. Sometimes they get sick, sometimes they don't.
I don't know. Anyway, we've gone astray. K4CV.
Yeah, that's Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and he's in Smyrna. I mean, I'm sorry, Antioch. I wouldn't want to displace you there, no. He's in Antioch. If I tell him he's in Smyrna, they're going to raise his taxes. Who else is west?
10-4 FOX.
Hello, how are you this evening, Mr. FOX?
Pretty good. Hey, you were talking about a book earlier about, what was it, about knots?
Yeah, I've got a couple of them in there, and both of them are. One of them is from a defunct rope manufacturing company up in Massachusetts, and I forget the name of it now, but it's an excellent book about knots.
Oh, okay. So I guess it tells you what not to do, right? Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, it does tell you what not to do, right? No, that's like I tell people about what I in the business I was in mechanical contracting. What I learned over the years was not how to do things. I learned what not to do.
Yeah, well, those are valuable lessons. I had to learn a little bit about knots when doing tower work and rock climbing stuff, but I probably forgot the names of most everything now.
Well, you're right. That they are people who. Well, I did that one time. I'd learned about knots. When I was in the Boy Scouts, and I learned it again in the Navy. And I was doing something in a shop I was working in, getting some stuff ready to be shipped. and one of the young guys, he was about 20, and he saw me putting this whole thing together with some knots for rigging, and he goes, "Man, what the, he's like, where'd you learn to do that?" I said, "Well, the Navy and the Boy Scouts, man. It's pretty simple stuff once you learn it."
Yeah. All right. Well, you get someone else in there. I just heard you, and I thought I'd say hello and say my little joke. Sometimes I like to be funny. Take care, and sounded good over here in Florida, boy.
Yeah, very good. That's Justin, November 4, Foxtrot, Oscar, X-ray. Good signal. Good joke, too. I hadn't heard that one recently. I don't think I've heard it. Yeah, I have. Guess I've heard it, just not recently. Anyway, who else is West? I hear somebody breaking squelch there for a second. Anybody else?
N8NHT.
N8, NHT. How you doing, Hayes?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I came back from the bar early just to check into this net. Don't you feel important?
Do I need to give you a breathalyzer to get on the net?
Well, I probably would refuse one.
But you wouldn't lose your ham license for refusing it.
I don't think so. But and it's good to hear you again. We want to come back to the breakfast again soon. We've just been so busy. But now that it's every week, you'll see us again as soon as I got the kids and we have they love coming there, man.
Sounds great. Yeah, as you know, we always have a good time and just talk about it's like the Seinfeld show is a show about nothing. We have a meetings about nothing.
Yeah, right on, man. And Hayden likes it. Hayden likes being licensed, but he's real mic shy. He gets shy. Sometimes he freezes on the mic. So he's never used a radio before without me by him, you know?
Oh, is that right? Yeah, I understand. That's just part of growing up, I guess.
Yeah, he'll get there eventually, but yeah, I won't tie you up. I know you gotta get on with that. So K4PW, this is N8NHT. I'm gonna stay back to that, buddy.
All right, very good, Hayes. That's Hayes, November 8, November Hotel Tango. He is in Hendersonville. When I had a job when I was 17 years old at what would now be considered like a Walmart. It was one of those early departments. Discount stores. It was called Maxim's. It was in Niagara Falls, New York, and it was a little smaller than the Walmarts, the super Walmarts we have around here, anyway. But I worked for the shoe department. And so, for whatever reason, the boss asked me to do the shoe sale announcements on the PA system. So I was, I don't even remember what I said, but it was just funny to me. I picked up the mic. I didn't have any problem getting on the air. Well, at least in the store talking. I must have sounded like an idiot at 17. That's all I can think. Anyway, who else is West or anywhere? Anybody, any place, anywhere? We're now looking for lurkers, lollygaggers, and sandbaggers. Can't even drag Scott out of the woodwork. Nobody else out there tonight? All righty. Well, we had 19 people in there tonight, which is a good night. It's always a good night. Doesn't matter whether there's, like I said, I started out with one, and that was me, and we've averaged, I guess, a lifetime average over 10 years is probably, I don't know, 20 something, I guess. Because we've had nets as many as 50 something, and we've had average recently on the nets of anywhere from 14 to 25, 28, something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, however, how many, we're not trying to break any records here. We're just trying to provide a place for people to get on the air in several different modes. Now, we're going over to 144.240 unless I hear somebody check you.
K1SPD.
Man, you made that, drag that out, didn't you?
I hear you.
Man, what do you do? You have you on an HT on the crossband repeat out in the yard or something?
No, I listen to you on YouTube on my phone.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I still don't. It's funny on my YouTube feed. It still shows. It doesn't show the net. All it shows, it just shows the thumbnail up there.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I don't know either. It's weird. I haven't the foggiest idea. As long as everybody else can see it, I'm happy. Did you see the thumbnail I had up there?
Only for a second. I couldn't read it fast enough.
Okay. You'll have to go to the. Just go to the later after the net, just go to the after I finish, something today or tomorrow or whatever. Just go to it and you'll see it. It's an album cover, and the Simplextons have their own LP album.
Oh, see, I'm seeing the ARRL book for lollygaggers.
That's the one from the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now.
Okay, yeah. No, there's another one that's well, you'll like it. You'll like it, I think. Anything else for the net, Scott? You've been doing all right?
Yeah, I played in that CW, or not CW, I wish. CQ Worldwide today.
Oh, great. How many? You make a lot of contacts?
I did fairly decent. I got a bunch of countries that should put me over 100 now, but I got some good ones. I mean, uh, two or three in Africa. I got Madagascar on the west or east coast of Africa. There's somebody else in here. I'll have to look and see.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, Madagascar's a tough one.
Oh, the pileups are just unbelievable, and the people that they won't shut up long enough to hear if that person's going to answer them.
Yeah, I know it. It is. That's one of the rough things about those when there is a rare station on any time. All of us. There'll be a pile up within 30 seconds.
And then there's who was it? Japan, I believe, was just calling CQ on 15. Called it probably 10 times, I guess, and I finally went back to him and kabam.
Yeah, and then there was a pile up after you.
Most likely. All righty, we'll carry on. I think we're going sideband now. My favorite net.
Yeah, very good. Over to 144, 240, and then over to the 50.135.
And I won't participate there. I'll catch you on the high bands. Tell you when it's good.
All right, very good. That was Scott in Laverne, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. And he makes number 20 for the night. Is there anybody else before we move?
KE4TWF.
You're going to be a lollygagger tonight, huh, there, Wes?
Yeah, I just walked in the door, so count me down as a lollygagger, flat earther, lizard person.
No, we're all good. We're all good. You make number 21 tonight. Yeah, you doing all right, though?
Oh, yeah, we just had to make a little trip. Where are we going next? What frequency?
144, 240.
I won't make it there.
And then to 50.135.
We going UHF?
5135 upper sideband. I'm sorry.
All right, thanks for letting me check in. KE4TWF.
Yeah, very good. That was Wes, and he's in Possum Town. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Big signal. We're moving now unless I hear somebody complain. One more chance. All righty. We're moving over to 144 240 K4 PEW. This is Kilo 4 Pop Echo Whiskey Mount Juliet Simplexton looking for check-ins on 144.240 from the south. Please come down.
November 4, Foxtrot Oscar X-ray.
Very good. We got Justin in there. November 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray. Number 4, excuse me. Had number 1 down there. Very good. That's we got a good signal there from we just said where that was. Smyrna. That's where it is. Who else is south?
K1SPD.
Very good. We got Scott in there from Laverne, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Another good signal. Who else is south? Anybody hearing any stations that I can't hear? All right, I heard some. I just hear some things out there. Who else is south or east?
KM4, wow, RF.
Very good. We got Michael in there, Mount Juliet. KM4. Yeah, we go. Can't even write my own reading here. That's KM4YRF in Mount Juliet. Who else is big signal? Of course, to me. Who else is east?
KM4HQ.
Oh yeah, killer signal there, Stan KM4HQE. And who else is that was Stan in Lebanon? Kilo Mike for Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is east? To the north.
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
Oh man, you got a signal that just broke my eardrums, man.
Yeah, I think we got a good pass, buddy.
There is tonight, that's for sure. That's November 8, November Hotel Tango. Hayes in Hendersonville. Who else is north?
WB0NO.
Very good. Yeah, a nice solid signal with great audio there. Mark, that's Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar Oscar. Anybody else north?
KE4TWI.
Yeah, man. I tell you, sideband is really where everybody needs to go during emergencies for good communication, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I pulled off the 897 from the shelf. All right, sounding good. KE4TWI.
Yeah, very good. That's Kilo Echo 4, Tango Whiskey Indy, Wes in Possum Town. Who else is east or north? Very good. You sounded good in there, Carlin. That's Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey in Angeltown, Bethpage. Who else is north or west?
KG4LV.
Very good. We've got Jack. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and he is in Donaldson. Um, yeah, Donaldson. He's in. I want to say Metro Nashville, but that's too much. That's a lot of territory. Who else is a good signal, by the way? Who else is west? Anybody else west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Greg in there. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor. You're just trying to be polite, hoping somebody else will be in there.
Yeah, I'm multitasking.
Okay, no problem. Anybody else west? Please come now. That's it. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and Greg is in Antioch. Who else is any place anywhere at this point? Anybody, any place, anywhere? Please come now. Kentucky, Alabama, Missouri. Please come now. All righty, we had 11 people in there tonight. We'll be moving right now over to 50.135. And if you would announce that, Michael, over on 2 meters, I appreciate it. And 50.135 is where we're going. All right, I'm going. This is Kilo 4 Pop Echo Whiskey here on 6 meters. Looking for check-ins from the south. Please come now. Anybody from the south, please come now. That's south of me, not the south. All righty, over the east. Very good. We got Michael in there, big signal, KM4YRF. Who else is east? Very good. We got Stan in there. Light signal, but still good copy. Kilo Mike 4, Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is east? Anybody, you copying anything there, Mike? Is anybody in there from the east again? I'm not hearing anybody. Anybody north? Very good. KE4TW. I can hear you, but it's still pretty light, but a good copy there. You're getting the same results on your end? Mike, are you there? KM4YRF, K4PEW. Well, I'm on that horizontal square loop, and it works great. Yep, that was KE4TWI. He's in Possum Town. Good signal. Who else is north? North or west? All right, very good. I got 2 in there. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor with a big signal out of Joelton, and that's Joel. And also heard Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg in Antioch. Good signal. Were you copying? Oh, you probably couldn't hear him because there was a pretty good double in there. Were you able to hear Joel, or do you normally hear Joel? Greg?
generally hear Joel on both the bands.
Joel, you still there?
I think I hear him, but it's way down in the noise.
Were you copying that, Greg?
Negative, not tonight.
Well, he hears you down in the noise, so obviously you guys aren't going to be able to communicate very well. But anyway, that was Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and he's in Antioch. Who else is west? Kilo Go 4 India Lima Victor. Very light signal, very, very light. I'm glad I'm wearing headphones because I wouldn't know you were there tonight. Is there anybody else west? Nobody else? Any place, anywhere? Please come now. All right, I think we're done. No more check-ins on 6 meters. All righty. And I will close the net. I appreciate everybody being there. We hit a pretty good net tonight, so which we always do. It's always good. Just depends on how many show up, and that's all that matters. That's people show up. So have a good night, everybody. Closing the net. K4PW.